You're not bad at marketing. You just need the right strategy to bring in consistent, high quality leads. You're not alone. So many marketers struggle with this issue, and it's not due to a lack of skill, but it is usually because of 3 key reasons that I'm going to outline in this video. This video is a bit like a letter to myself from 10 years ago. Although I'd been working in marketing for a while, when I first started working at a new business or with new clients, there was always a period where it just felt like nothing was working. But there are reasons why these things don't work. And sometimes you even need to convince your boss or your client to do things a different way. And that's difficult. By the end of this video, you'll know the 3 main reasons why campaigns fail and what to do about it. I even have some bonus ideas at the end that can help you to supercharge your campaigns. So let's get into the reason why things aren't working and what you can do to turn things around. Hi, I'm Sarah, and I've spent the last 15 years working in marketing. I also have a degree and a postgraduate degree in marketing, and I was part of a group at the Chartered Institute of Marketing for a while. I'm here to help you optimize your marketing so you can save time and increase your return on investment. The 3 reasons why campaigns fail. Reason number 1 is the audience understanding. Unfortunately, many campaigns fail because there wasn't quite enough research done into the audience. And you're probably sitting there telling me that you have done your audience research, and I'm sure you have. But when it comes to specific channels and the details of a campaign, I bet there is more research you can do to truly understand how your audience is using those channels, how they interact with your campaigns, and when they get to the next stage, I like the website, exactly what they're doing there, exactly what they're feeling and what they're thinking, really going in depth into understanding your audience and the whole journey that they take. Reason number 2 is an unfocused strategy. This is not usually due to a marketer. This is usually to do with other people in the company that try to add in more things to a marketing strategy when you already have a very focused niche strategy in place, whether that's something like content creation, where you're focusing on a topic and trying to rank keywords for SEO, or something like social media, where you've proposed using one channel and then other people have chimed in, trying to add more social channels into the mix. And then the resources get spread too thin and you're unable to focus on a really good campaign on just 1 or 2 channels. Reason number 3 is inconsistent execution. Campaigns that aren't consistent and can't keep going for a long time usually don't get enough traction to generate real results. In marketing, we need to run campaigns that can keep going, that we can run, test, learn from, tweak, and run again. Campaigns that are planned and created just for a short time period only don't usually give you enough data or experience to learn from. And the audience doesn't see the campaign consistently enough in order to make an impact on them. Now, I'm sure as a marketer, you're aware of these reasons. And if you can identify that 1 or more of these reasons have affected your recent campaigns, it's probably because there was someone else chiming in and adding things onto a campaign or a strategy that you already had mapped out. And that's how it is in marketing sometimes. It's not ideal, but the reality is in business, we can't all work in silos, that we have to work as a team and try to push our best plans and our best ideas forward. Hopefully this video will help you if you're feeling like you have imposter syndrome over a campaign, or you want to just back up what you're saying. You want to really, understand and get clear onto exactly why something isn't working. You know then why it didn't work, how to fix it, and you can go to whoever else is involved in the campaign and be confident in showing them your plan going forwards. Okay, so let's fix reason 1, identifying and understanding your target audience. Defining your audience is the key to bringing in high quality leads and customers. You need to know not only who you're targeting in general, but also which of those actually turn into the high quality leads and customers that you need. If you haven't done so already, make sure you have some kind of buyer persona or target audience document that clearly defines exactly who you're going after. And with this document, go through it with your sales team, go through it with the higher management, go through it with the people who are actually converting customers to make sure that what you have is really accurate. Because more often than not, you'll find that you've got a range of personas, but when you actually nail it down with others in the company, some personas are much more valuable than others. Some personas might be less valuable, but easier to convert. And some personas might only buy certain products or services. Sounds obvious, but I promise you there's always more to know. There's always more you can work out with your audience and your personas. And once you do that, you can really nail campaigns. The other way to do this is by looking at data. So look at analytics, any research you have on your customers and your personas. Look at things like your CRM to understand which leads actually converted into customers. Try to get as much information as you can to really, really define those personas really well. And when you're doing this as well, think about which channels these personas use and also how they use them. For example, you might have a persona that uses Google search and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. They watch TV, they listen to the radio, but how exactly are they searching for products? And when they find out about a product, how do they find out about that product? What really convinces them to look at the reviews on the product, to actually purchase the product in the end? Really think about every single part of that journey in depth and how the campaigns can fit into it. Also, think about your audience's pain points and how your business can become the resource for solving those problems. The next part to fix is to focus your strategy. Now, sometimes this might just be the case of telling people that you don't need to include every single channel, every single campaign, you don't need to promote every single product or service in the business. That's not really how it works. Usually for most businesses, also it's impossible to promote everything because you just don't have the budget, you don't have the time, you just don't have the resources available to do this. So you really need to look again at the business objectives, your marketing objectives, your personas, which products and services are high value, which ones actually convert customers really well. And then when it comes to content, focus your content on just one or two core topics. Don't try to talk about everything. You just don't need to. It's better to focus on a few things and do them really, really well rather than trying to scattergun your approach across many different areas. Remember, when it comes to channels, again, look at your personas. Only use your channels that the audience are truly active on. You don't need to be on every single social media channel. You just don't. No business needs to do that. Unless you're Coca-Cola, no business needs to do that. And again, promote your high converting and high value products and services. It makes far more sense to focus your marketing efforts on the products and services that are working. Of course, there are times when the business has a new product or a new offering that they want to promote, but make sure that that's a separate campaign, has a separate budget, and the management are aware that it takes time to build up new products and services, and you should always have a focus on the core products and services that are doing well. Number 3 is the power of consistency. Consistency and repetition are huge in marketing and make a massive difference. If you know about the 7 touch points of marketing, your audience needs to see your message many times before they take any action at all. With consistency, make sure that you're sharing the same message across different channels. And remember, when it comes to organic content, it does take a significant amount of content to build up before you become an authority on that topic. So go back and see how much content you've actually produced on that topic. It might seem like a lot, but when you actually break it down and look at how much content some others produce, there's probably a lot more that you need to create in order to make an impact. Now, if that seems daunting, think about building it up in layers. So starting out with some skeleton content, some initial pieces, and then adding until it becomes a full tree or a hive of content that's focused on a topic and builds your authority in that niche. Be persistent. When it comes to marketing, you have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. If you've ever worked in sales, then you'll know that you need to keep talking to leads again and again and again and again until they convert. And it's the same thing in marketing. Again, it might feel like you've done a lot, but to that lead or to the audience, they've only really seen you a few times. So keep pushing the message, be consistent, and just do more. It's a bonus. This bonus I have for you is to implement data-driven lead nurturing. And what I mean by this is to personalize your outreach by segmenting your audience based on behavior and user data. So you can do things like using marketing and sales automation tools to create a lead nurturing campaign. If you're using paid ads, you can use audience retargeting. And what that means is you're choosing certain people that have seen things from your business before, whether that's a certain campaign or just something generic from your business. That means you're adding more touch points to an audience rather than building from scratch. You're starting with somebody that already has seen something from your business. That puts them a little bit further down the funnel. And remember to track and analyze. Use the data you have to assess the quality of your leads, and then you can continuously adjust and optimize your campaigns. So to recap, understand your audience, focus your strategy, remain consistent, and finally use data to nurture your leads. Please can you do one thing for me? Click the like button if you found this helpful. And for more marketing advice, click subscribe. Finally, please check out my latest video, which you can see here. Thanks for watching, and here's to your marketing success.